Hi guys, and welcome back to the Apex Legends tournament for round 2, Group B. Group A have finally gone into, and now we're finally onto the final stages with the last 20 teams. Thank you so much for helping us host this Apex Legends tournament between Taylor's Esports Club, Monash Esports Club, Pacific University Esports Club, and ISEC Sharks, who have come together to make this all possible. I'm Pondo, one of your casters for today, and here joining me today is T3 King. T3 King, who is with me today.
Hello, this is T3 King, and I'm very glad to be here as one of your casters, of course. It is an honor, of course, to be casting this Apex Legends tournament. But before that, I also wanted to say this tournament would not have been possible without our main sponsors, Off Gamers. Off Gamers, if you don't really know what it is a digital distribution platform dedicated to content publishers where customers worldwide can purchase top-up services like game credits if you don't know anything of that sort. If you play Riot Games, Respawn, Steam, Blizzard, even Genshin Impact and Touch and Go as well, then you should probably look up to them as well for game credits, telco recharge through their globally diverse payment options and such.
Yeah, and this was also brought to you by The Range here, which is a small little venue next to Sunway Pyramid, which can give you all the broadcast options. As we're streaming from here today, you'll be able to see we're streaming out from the internet here, from the setup here, the audios. If you need anything for esports tournaments, to host your LAN parties, to host your gatherings nearby with the universities, then The Range is your place to go. Thank you so much for helping us host the stream today, which is a bit of a conflict of interest, seeing as I'm a huge part of The Range, but it's okay. As we head into the match later on today for the final day group, we have so many exciting more things to watch and talk about, because I think, as T2 King has said before, there's a lot of teams in Group B which happen to be very like close in terms of placements. There's a lot more closer matches. For Group A, for our side, for day one, we pretty much were dominated by one team only. Team 1, Gambare Otosan, which has some really experienced players, some of the best Apex Legends players in Malaysia, I think around top 60. They have participated in the ALGS before. They're bringing their competitive experience and their knowledge to this game, and they're really dominating. Their kills have been racked up to plus 20 for almost every game, and getting first place for basically 2 out of 3 matches, which has been absolutely insane. But like, it's pretty much not the only exciting thing. So T, what do you think about like the chances for Group B in terms of the matchup today?
From the talk of what happened in Group A, it seems that Gambare Otosan is very strong. So looking at Group B, from my perspective, there are a lot of teams that have potential that they could maybe go up against Gambare Otosan. 3 maps that were won yesterday were by 3 different teams, which was quite special in a way because it wasn't one-sided. From map 1, it was won by Artstark D4, if not mistaken, and match 2 it was won by Shithouse 3X, and for match 3 it was won by Hantam Saja, which is quite interesting. But for majority of the maps, I think the main team to look through for is Heartstack D4. It's a team of content creators as well, and they got most of the kills in all 3 maps. Into the fact that into map 2, after the domination of map 1, a lot of the teams went up dived onto Heartstack D4, and like they Heartstack land onto them, tried to stop their gameplay from the start, which is quite interesting to see. I'm hoping to see something like that in today's game as well, actually.
Yeah, it'd be more interesting to see more of these like stronger teams come out of the woodwork, because like from what I've seen, it's not really fun if you're watching just domination, but I'm afraid that we might be seeing that again today if nothing really happens. So hopefully, like you said, Heartstock D4 is a challenge worth like considering. Having a lot of players being able to drop on them to knock them out first could potentially be the game changer between Gambare Otosan being on top or any other team from Group B taking the crown for this. And I hope that we'll pull some more hats out of these topics. Like BBB was also one of the teams that managed to take match 2, just kind of like didn't have enough kills to surpass Gambare Otosan's like point system. So it's been a bit more difficult to be able to like say any other team could potentially live up to that. But like we will have it in spades coming in. So I don't know, Nicholas. It's kind of like a catch 50. You don't know if they're gonna come. You don't know if it's gonna happen. But like we hope that it happens all the same. If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, and but I'm anticipating like a lot of I mean, since a lot of these teams like know that who are the marks, who are the strongest here, I'm really hoping for them to like, you know, dive onto them early game action kind of thing. And I
Yeah,
think I'm
but would
asking
it,
for a lot, but yeah.
that would be kind of like, wouldn't that only be possible with stream sniping, or like unless like you know that they have a particular competition, they have a particular like what's it called, identifying like trail when they dive. Unless they have that, the only real way for them to really reliably tell which teams to like hunt down would be like through the trails, through like cosmetics, or through their emoticons as they dive. Other than that, the only way to do it is really to stream watch, but we don't recommend that because that would be against our TOS.
That, and there's a delay as well. All right.
Yeah, there is
so
a
it's
delay.
not doable. They can try to do it by pure luck, but it's a hit or miss. Yep, it's a really hit or miss.
Yeah, but let's hope that there is some excitement here. Like you said, maybe there is an identifying feature, maybe there is a way for them to tell, or maybe, you know, like I do remember that some teams like Ben the Blasters yesterday, they did happen to fall in the exact same position as the top tier team almost every single round. So we can say that mentality also might contribute to that. You could say that some teams who have similar mindsets in terms of their strategies, like really good players, might end up landing in the same spots because it's strategically better. Some of them might still opt to go for the colder spots to make sure that they don't get too close to some of the stronger teams. But like, you know, if they throw that to the wind, if they decide to drop at the good places anyway, because if they win that fight, they're gonna have a huge advantage down the line. That could also be a strategy. That could be a play. That could be just what we need to energize the next round and make this an exciting match to watch. And like, honestly, I would love to see that, Nicholas. Like, I would just love to see some variation, to see some more team plays, some crazier strats, and some major shakeups. Yep. So I'm just getting word that we may need to delay the match slightly to a couple, like around 10-15 minutes to 8:45 while we do get some technical difficulties overcome. But do stay tuned with us. We will try to get these sorted out as soon as possible to get these games of Apex Legends to you as fast as we can.
I mean, while we wait, we can talk about what happened in the groups, maybe. If there's something we want to hear about while we wait, you know, some live entertainment of what happened yesterday, because there was 2 groups happening, right?
Yeah. So do you remember the maps that you guys had to go through for Group B yesterday?
I can't really remember right now.
to give you some,
the last one I remember.
the last one. To give you some context on the maps that we played yesterday. So for I think it's the same for all of them. So it should be World's Edge for the first map. And then it should be, the second one was the third one was Broken Moon. And the second one was, oh my god, the name escapes me right now. But I know what it is. It's not Olympus. It is damn, I know the map. I don't remember the name. Storm Point, right? There you go. It's Storm Point.
Okay.
It's
The
Storm
map is so
Point.
elusive.
Yeah, the most elusive map. But Storm Point is one of the more interesting maps because fights do happen frequently on that and it has a lot of good rotations. Broken Moon was interesting, T, because like Broken Moon is not actually one of the maps that gets picked for competitive games a lot because it's very, very difficult to balance for competitive play. As my friend Norse did say yesterday that Broken Moon is not typically rotated into ALGS matches because it's very difficult for them to sort of like balance the way that it's designed. It's a lot of what we call like zip lines. There's a lot of houses in between. There's a lot of ways to be able to rotate very consistently. So the thing is, the fights don't happen in a lot of intermediate areas. You don't really get a lot of people out of position very often unless they get shot on a zip line, because they usually need to go towards houses. And since the zip lines are there, you don't really get caught out in bad positions such as open fields. You don't really need to consider your cover because you can zip line around particularly like frequently. So I think you've seen it yourself, right? A lot of the rotations happen really fast. They didn't have a chance to use a lot of Valkyrie outs because it wasn't very much needed, but there was a lot of fights happening in POIs, right?
Yep, there was. Actually, I wanted to ask you, like, during the final ring, how many teams were there in the final ring for your group?
Not many. We pretty much whittled down already, because the thing about the rotations being fast in a map like Broken Moon is that every team pretty much gets the fights on early. So by the time we got to that It wasn't even actually, I think it was either last ring or second last ring, but like the only teams left were pretty much gone by Autosan, and then there was man, the other team names escape me right now, but yeah, it was just three teams left. Ganbare Autosan managed to finish one of the fights with one of the last teams in one of the other houses, use the Valkyrie out to basically rotate back into an aggressive position while two single players, the only two players left, were fighting it out, and another team get knocked out, and it was pretty much just two players left, but two different teams for Ganbare Autosan to basically just clean up to get the victory. So it was a bit anticlimactic for the last match, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that your experience is different from mine because in our group, every single map in the final ring, there was at least 4 to 8 teams in the final ring, that small little ring, which was
Wow.
interesting. Everybody was camping towers, camping ledges, and for the final map, Brook Moon, I think that this is how Presto's team won. They had a Gibby, and a Gibby ult in the final ring is devastating. Insanely devastating. A lot of people were hit by the Gibby ult. It was interesting to see. But you mentioned that in Valkyrie, you have Valkyries in your group. It worked well for you. In our maps, the Valkyries that tried to take off instantly get taken down. As soon as they flew up, the Valkyries get taken down, and all the teammates flew out of the sky, which was devastating for their teams. It was total chaos.
Yeah.
Total chaos in the final ring.
That sounds really entertaining, honestly. I wish I could have been there to see it because that sounds absolutely hilarious. You're telling me that the Valkyrie used an out mid-fight in the last ring and then they got shot while they're hovering ready for their teammates?
Yeah,
or did they get shoot out of the sky while they were flying upwards?
Their team was trying to fly out of the final ring. I mean, inside the final ring, it was top 3 teams as well, and I think they were like trying to rat it out. But as soon as they flew up, the other 2 teams sprayed down the Valkyrie, and the Valkyrie instantly went down. And then the teammates were sitting ducks there behind just like a small rock.
Oh man, that sounds really hard, but I wish I was there to see it. That sounds really exciting.
It was very fun. It was very, very fun to cast that. Very entertaining and a lot of action in the final ring. But on the other side, the early phases of the matches were very dull until like people started fighting out.
Yeah, it was kind of similar for our end as well, but we did have some upsets for us for the match two when BBB Team 4 BBB was the only other team to sort of upset Team 1 Ganbare Autosan. They're Team 4, by the way, so usually we kind of automatically stuck them with a curse saying they're Team 4. Chinese superstition saying that they're gonna get knocked out early, right? But they had a Horizon. They had the 2 other meta characters. They had a Seer and they had another character, I think it was Catalyst. But they had a Horizon in place of the Valkyrie, which Team 1 is famous for. And then the thing is, they had their tactical up, right? They got to the final ring. There's a rock in the middle of the final ring, which has the elevation that puts you above because a little bit of a sidestep there. It doesn't automatically put you outside the zone for the top of that rock. There was like a little ledge there that you could stay on. So Team 1, they got the position, they managed to get a few kills, finally getting to the final ring underneath that rock, and they were poised to win. But just so happens that Team 4, BBB, got their Horizon tactical up, managed to climb to the top of the rock where they could not be seen by Team 1 without going outside the ring, and then they were free to throw grenades and basically get a beautiful like vantage point towards Team 1 to basically clutch out the round. That was pretty much the most exciting match up to that point for Group A, and it was really interesting to see them pretty much win because of a Horizon tactical that happened to come up just in the nick of time for them to be able to secure that win to get that better position. So like hopefully we get more of that for the final day group here today, because like group A on our side was a little bit more calculated, a bit more clinical. We didn't have as many exciting rounds like you said with Valkyrie trying to fly out and getting shot out in the last ring, because it'd be really exciting to see something like that instead of like having a clinical sort of win by like just a dominating team. So I really hope that we get to see that this time around.
Okay, I mean, that was interesting to hear. Before we officially start today, we're gonna go for a short break, just for the viewers to calm themselves, for us to calm ourselves before the big finale of the tournament, and we will be back with you very shortly.
Hi guys, welcome back to our Apex Legends tournament, hosted here by Pando2 and my co-caster here, T3 King. Welcome back, T3 King. We're excited about the next matches, aren't we?
Very excited, and I'm very excited to see what happens because there are so many strong teams here tonight.
Yeah, we did say about how Group A was a bit more lopsided, but like we said today, maybe we're going to get better games out of this round today. I definitely hope so for the final day group. And I can't wait to see more contenders really show off what they're made of and see some of these teams really get to working hard and climbing their way up their ranks respectively.
So, any anticipation from you from which teams are going to win map 1?
I honestly, if all things go as I've seen before for Group A, it would be Ganbare Autosan. There is like no contest in terms of like the sheer domination that I saw, the absolute impeccable aim that they had, the mechanics wise, and in terms of like the consistent strategy, we only ever got to see one strategy out of them, especially when it came to Stormpoint because of the way they were using the exact same strategy against most players into a house. But the thing is, this strategy is meta because it's really difficult to counter. It's really difficult to basically go past the Catalyst wall because you get blinded. And if you get walled into a certain section of the house, you get segmented. Then you can't leave without getting blinded, and you can't escape because of a Catalyst trap blocking off a lot of your exits, leaving them like able to overwatch you from basically just a few points of interest. Because each house in Stormpoint comes in these variations. There's 5 doors onto a house. 2 doors on one section, 1 door, 1 door, 1 door on the other sections. So that means that Catalyst blocking off 1 door and then putting the Seer on another end blocks off 2 of those entrances because they only have 1 door for both of those walls. And then you have 2 doors on one side and 1 door on the other side, but they block it off with the Catalyst wall, meaning that you can't leave the Catalyst wall without getting blinded. And then when you try to leave through one of those doors, you get destroyed by the Valkyrie who is rotating, the Catalyst who is watching, or the Seer is basically making sure that you don't heal with your tactical. That's kind of what we call a foolproof plan. It's hard to adapt to it. You need to specifically have the right legends to counter it out. Maybe a Gibby, but Gibby's shield towards the corner of the wall kind of peeks out, so they can just go inside the wall, shoot you through the window. There's like maybe a Bangalore smoke, but a Bangalore smoke is countered by the Seer because they already know where you're going to be segmented in that house. There's like a lot of... It's very difficult for you to be able to counter that. Maybe like potentially you could go with a not even a Maggie. You might need to go with a fuse, try to put like an ultimate around your house, but you get shot up before you can get back inside. You could go maybe a Rampart. I think a Rampart, Watson might be one of the few ways that you could try and go against it, but you'd have to make sure that they won't be able to push in the first place, which is already hard enough considering the mechanical strength which Ganbare Autosan already shows. But like you said, there are some strong teams from Group B. Really hope that they can pull something out here, or like there's a strategy which I haven't seen yet, because like you said, a Gibby shield in the middle of the final ring could potentially be the difference between the turnaround and, you know, the teams once again being dominated by Ganbare Autosan for the final day groups.
I agree with you. And on top of that meta, right, there is something that's very strong about it. It's because that the Seer's passive can instantly see through the Fate ult.
Yeah.
And with the combo of the Seer ult as well, that means the entire team can see through the wall, which is... I think this is why all teams are playing somewhat of this meta now. I mean, there's a bit of different variations, but it's mostly Seer, Catalyst, Valkyrie. That's it, right?
Yeah. That's kind of what it boils down to. That's why Apex has been getting a bit of flack currently for the current patch, because like the Catalyst Seer combo is a bit too strong right now. I think the match will be starting really, really soon. So thank you so much for sticking with us today as we explain more on the strategies going in. And we can't wait to see what comes up for final day groups. T2 King, I hope there's going to be exciting matches. I hope you will also have a really good cast for today.
I hope so too. I am honored to cast these games with you.
Likewise. Very, very interesting match. And we'll be heading in soon as the loading screen does come up.
Okay.
So let's see. Today on the docket on the crafter, EVA 8 and 3030 is going to be in the repeat in the crafter today, but I don't think people are going to be missing the 3030 too much. EVA 8, there might be some specialists on it, but I do think it is kind of a boon for people that don't necessarily want to have that. Having a bag is always going to be good in the crafter. But yeah, this is going to be Kings Canyon. And if you don't know much about Kings Canyon, there's a reason why this is the first ever map they release with Apex Legends. I remember this map fondly as one of the few people that jumped into Apex Legends upon release, being like the same developers that made my favorite game, Titanfall. But, you know, it's changed a lot. It used to be what we call really killbox heavy zone. There was a lot of spaces that was in open fields. There wasn't a lot of POIs that you could get to cover yourself. But now they've added a lot more spaces where you could potentially hide if you do get caught out. So it's a bit more balanced. But it is a bit less balanced than I would say a more recent maps such as World's Edge, Stormpoint, even Olympus. Olympus has a lot more central like bias, but Kings Canyon is one of those things that does have a few leftover map philosophies from their first season of Apex Legends.
I mean, it is the first map now, so everybody should know this map, right? But back in the day, I think a lot of people tried to play Bloodhound here. I think the meta's changed already. We're going to see a lot of different other legends. Of course, the three metas that we've mentioned so far. They're going to be the main picks for today as well.
We'll be going straight into it. And this is Team 1, Gamber, Autosan, the one that I have mentioned. They will be going with the tried and tested 3-man comp with the Catalyst, Seer, and Valkyrie. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Already going to that far point of interest. This is a good one. This is the particular point of the map, right? Where there's a straight beeline towards any point of center stage. And there's a lot of, like, spaces you can get loot on the way. It's pretty much out of reach. There's a lot of, like, options for you to be able to cross. So if the ring goes towards the north side, you can go towards the north pathing here. And hopefully you don't really get pushed. But there's going to be some good loot here as they drop down onto this particular side already.
Instantly, the Seer picks up a quick purple there, and a golden drop down shield. Wow, this space is like heavily loaded with resources as well. I noticed that there was a team very close to them, and I think Gambar Tosan also noticed that there was a team in the next city as well. So hopefully some early engagements, but highly doubt it. If they know that it is Gambar Tosan here, most likely they will run for the hills.
Yeah, we're already seeing the first team getting taken out here. Team 18 going to get pulled out of the running, just down to 19 squads left, which is really fast, I would say. That's about 4 people out of the running, despite the fact that only one team's been taken out. So already exciting, and can't wait to see what's going to be coming out on the other sides here. And, well, the extreme game part is where the action is going to be happening right now.
Oh, a gunfight here between Team 10. And I'm unsure which team this Team 10 and Team 11. Surprisingly, they both landed here. It's Shithousery and PPS. Well, Shithousery was one of the winners for one of the maps from Group B, and wow, that's a lot of damage. No lifer has to use the propulsion to get out of the site as well.
This is what we call an extended fight. A lot of resources being used. They don't necessarily have all the loot they wanted. They didn't really prepare themselves. So there's an early game fight, just a rampage to try and keep themselves from getting away. They're going to push away, retreat for now. They don't really have enough to take an extended fight. They don't want to get third-partied.
I love football. Oh, taken down instantly by Dangerous. Pushed up onto him, and Keno actually takes on one more. That's 2 down for this Team 11, I think. Oh, more chasing up, and no lifer still pushing up, and he knocks down Keno. The Seer scan coming into play as well. Propulsion coming up a bit over the top. Will be able to spray it down, but oh, and able to take down Team 11. Knocked out straight away. But that's another team coming out. It was 3 teams here.
3 teams already. This is exactly what they're afraid of. This is why they wanted to retreat. This is why the other team did decide to retreat, because they knew that the noise would have called other teams like a sort of mating call towards their location. And already that team's going to pay the price for it. They didn't retreat in time to sort of get their bearings, get their loot. And that team's going to be opportunistic and get in to get those kills and win that particular fight.
Oh, and Team 1 actually is trying to like look for a team here. They've spotted a Rampart here. Oh, Lexus. Oh, this is Team 5. This is unfortunate for Team 5. Fighting up against Gamber Autosan. I want to see how this works out, and instantly cracks the shield down as well. Lexus and Ronin fall to the ground. and it's all up to one member, and he gets peppered instantly and will fall. Team 5 eliminated by Gambare Oto-san here. Oh
Team 5
my
of the
goodness.
running. Benson's gunball has been chewed. Bubbles have been blown. Goodbye, Benson's gunball. Unfortunate for them. Team 1, however, no sign of slowing down. Already seeing them kill leader. 3 kills across the board. 300 damage in the first half with round 1 barely closing in for Kings Canyon. Already showing off what they can do. The rest of the team's really worried now, seeing those names come out on the kill board. But it's an action-packed first half for our first match of the day for the final day of groups.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay. I was wondering what happened here. Team 15 and Team 20. Balai Police versus CB Hans? Oh, okay. But I don't think they're
Cheese
going to
burrito
be
Hans.
fighting.
Cheese burritos Hans, yeah.
Cheese Burrito Hans?
That's what we're going to call
That's a
them. It doesn't matter
name.
what they call themselves. We are going to call them Cheese Burrito Hands.
Cheese Burrito. Okay. Cheese Burrito Hands. Okay. I'm interesting to say for the team names. But I don't think they are going to commit to that fight. It's just intimidating each other with their ultimates, and they're bailing away. But Team 17 here. Oh, this is HG Hydro Gaming. I saw them yesterday. They were actually one of the teams that managed to take down one of the champion teams yesterday. They were quite good. So let's see if they're able to replicate what they did yesterday.
Yeah, just a few more fights going to be happening out at the docks here. It's a bit more spread out, but it's still within the circle. They still have plenty of time, but they're kind of worried about picking this fight right now. Purple shields coming out all around, so you can see that they've been peppering up those shots to try and maybe get their Evo shields up to give them a better fighting chance. But the better position is going to come out on Newcastle here, but he's already getting shot because he kind of peeked out too early. The rest of his team aren't here to back him up just yet. Did he get to the top of the... How did he get to the top? Oh, right. He used some jumping shenanigans. I thought he used his ulti to get up there, but the shield's going to close in for the rest of the teams. They're going to have to try and consider their next moves as to not get gate kept.
Oh. Team 4. Oh, wait. This was one of the teams that actually gave Gambaro a hard time, was it not?
Yes, this is the team which won match 2 for Group A. So a lot of pressure on their shoulders. They're going to have to show that same showing for today's final day of groups.
But it is going to be harder. I mean, they have a team pinned down outside of the ring here. They have a good advantage to farm kills here, to farm some points. But I don't think they're going to be doing that. Oh, this team is kind of forced to Wraith ult. But they're going in bad direction. This is where they're going to. Oh, they spot out the enemy. They spot out BBB as well. Team BBB. But they can't do much there. Oh, they're going to have to fight through them.
Just gonna have to take this fight. No choice.
Oh, Horizon ult. Oh, Team 3 eliminated just from that, and that's actually quick as well. There was barely a few seconds after the engagement. Instantly, all 3 members taken out. I mean, one was taken out by the heat wave, but 2 of them instantly knocked down by Team 4 there.
Yeah, potentially not necessarily knowing the timing there, getting gate kept, having to stay in that house, but needing to push around because like having the Wraith out would have been great for them to get an alternative route, but by the time they decided to do that, it was already too close. They were closing in.
It's Team 6 with Team 7, and it's all in close quarters, and the thermite has been used onto that. I think it's 2v2 right now, but they already touched down Spinning Monkey. Monkey's already down. It's 2v3, but this team 7, is stuck in the housing area. Oh, and another team is here. I think this is Team HG as well. There's 3 teams duking it out on the docks, which it's very prone to third parties. We're gonna see how this works out for any of the teams to come out victorious here. You gotta be smart, but a lot of those teams have already taken huge losses, broken armors, and oh, Caustic! Presto, playing Caustic.
Presto coming out here with the Caustic ultimate to try and make sure that they don't manage to get out of the house alive. There's some reminiscence to something horrible war crimes happening here, but they are going to be able to take out that team. Like you said, just some well-placed ultimates, but the fight isn't over yet. There's still so much left to be done. They're going to finish him off and get the heal off using Revive, and you know, cover his backs using the Caustic tacticals over here. But they've got thermite grenades, they've got the Seer out to potentially stop them from the revive. Here's the smoke, here's the damage. Gonna be another takedown.
Thermite on point there. Oh, they're getting chased down. Oh, Seer actually low, and he's taken down, but it's 2v1, and they managed to take down Team 7. Even though Team 7 was the ones going on the offensive there.
Some great rotations, great plays. They climb onto the wall, manage to get those clears out, throw the thermite at just the right possible moment, using the sear tactical to make sure they can't get heals or revives off. And that's how you use that particular comp. But it looks like their troubles aren't over yet. Another team's coming in. They see the blood in the water. They know it's time.
Oh, Hydro Gaming. Hydro Gaming, but Hydro Gaming, one of them is taken down instantly. It's now up to 2v2, and the Gibby on top of that. One more down, and it's all up to only one member. Shock, if not mistaken. 1v3 in this scenario. He's trying to push this. Oh, instantly taken down, and Team 17, Hydro Gaming, as well is taken down, and another team is here. So, oh my goodness, Team 6.
When the party stops, it doesn't stop. Here comes every single team to basically match up against our friends here, Presto Mai. They had a brilliant showing up, Hantam Saja, but would he be able to survive this? No, they're gonna get taken out in the end. 19 finally going down in a flurry of bullets, but not without taking out two members of Team 6 here. Team 6 being on the way. OTW got perfect timing there for the third party.
Oh, that was amazing by Hantam Saja, but too many teams. You cannot handle too many teams at one go. That was like 4 or 5 teams in a row. You cannot handle that. No matter what kind of team you are, you cannot handle 4 or 5 teams in a row.
Yeah, they played that absolutely well. They used the cover really well, managed to get so many teams out, getting aggression down, going onto the walls, the shields, but the tacticals were all used up. Every single healing was used up. The shields had already all been swapped. There was nothing left for them to be able to take the 4th fight in a row. And Team 1's having it easy right now. Kill leader with 5 kills. They've already taken down pretty much their 4th team, I believe. And it's going to be Cheese Burrito even. Team 20. And basically leaves us down with 10 squads, half remaining. And this is about to heat up real bad.
Oh my, Team 9 instantly taken down. And only one... Oh, instantly taken down. Pimpo is taken down as well. Team 9 is gone. And this is by Gambare Otosan as well. Proving there are a menacing force to be reckoned with on this map. Taking kills left and right. No teams are safe here against them.
Pimpo came out against the best, but Pimpo got popped before, you know, because apparently Gambare Otosan does not like having acne on their face, but it seems like Team 1 is in the running to being winner yet again for the first match for the final day groups of this particular championship. But it looks like they might be getting gate capped. They see a team, they see it in between that particular cliff. That's the only way they can go is a 3rd round ring. It is going to hurt. There's no heat shields because it's a tournament mode, but they do have a lot of healing to potentially try and fight this out. But they have the wall to try and cover their entrance, but it's going to depend on whether or not they can get in without getting sorted out. There seems to be Meow Meow. It looks like Meow Meow is going to be one of the teams that I need to look through the list to see which team they are, but yeah, it's 50-50 Cupid, so 50-50 chance that they'll be able to gatekeep, and 50-50 chance that they're going to lose, because it seems that they've already let Team 1 in there, because it seems that it's just Meow Meow that's left alive, so not enough team members to gatekeep them at all.
Yup, it's 1v3 in this situation. They only had 2 members. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Maybe they lost a member in the previous skirmish and was trying to revive, possibly.
Could be.
They already spotted out a team. And oh, it's Meow Meow. Oh no. It's Octane. Oh, and he came out of the wrong door. Suki no Yaya waiting at the end of that door. Instantly pops Meow Meow. And that will be Team 13 eliminated as well. It's already down to 7 teams. It is a menace. They are a menace. I'm understanding why they were dominating Group A already.
Yeah, you do get a little bit taste of it as to their kind of dominance that they had in the earlier matches. We were kind of hoping for a bit more of a shakeup, but it looks like some of their biggest competitors have already been self-destructed during the last fight. But it looks like they're already ready for blood on the next team that they see on their crosshairs. They're going to do a collaborated push to get there and make sure they can take them out easily and swiftly.
Oh, and they will be pushing up quickly as well. Oh, it's Team 16 for car team. Oh, but they are heavily injured. This will not go well for them as well. Instantly gets pushed by Tsukino Yaya there. Oh, actually, X-Ken gets taken down. Oh, they managed to take down X-Ken.
We're making gods bleed. Here we go. But Jachi is what we got to master with the shotgun. He's going to go in and going to secure those kills. It matters not they got it taken now, but another team's ready for them on the White Wings over here.
This could be the big break they have. One team member of Gabriel Otosan is taken down. It's now 2v3. This could be their chance to finally take down, you know, the champs of this. Oh no, nope. Team 4, they thought they could do it.
No, wait, Team 1 has been eliminated, and who else by Team 4?
Little
BBB, but they have another thing to contend with right now.
Little Arif. Oh, these were one of the champions from yesterday. They are also a menace. They play very non-meta legends, as you can see.
They've managed to take out the gods. Team 4 came back for revenge to try and repeat their win in match 2 of Group A yesterday. But after being able to make the gods themselves bleed, 2 teams managed to come in, and it's going to be, like you said, one of the stronger teams in Group B to finally take these gods down once and for all, bring it down to 4 squads, and now these teams have contend for first place.
Oh, a Crypto though. This is the first time I've seen a Crypto in the tournament. Even yesterday, he wasn't playing Crypto.
Yeah, me and Norse did talk about the utility of a Crypto, but we did talk about how he's very weak to aggression, but that doesn't apply when he's the one aggressing. So very interesting to be able to see a Crypto out, and it does work in Kings Canyon because Kings Canyon is one of the more open maps in the entire map pool.
Ooh, those shots actually hit the mark. Wow. Team 6 though, and it's Team 6 versus Team 14. Oh, but Chico was taken down from that exchange. Interesting.
Yeah, Chico getting taken down. Unfortunate. Just some more shots coming out from across the other side of the maps. They already see where this final ring is going to be. They kind of see it from the way that the circle is closing in. Just so you know, when it closes from the bottom half, usually the algorithm would say that the final circle should be around like the top half of that circle, if I'm not wrong. I need to double check on that later. But this is where it's coming to. We already have some teams inside going to try and deny them that Loba shot, potentially pushing towards the middle. This is, is that Skulltown? No, I can't really tell. No, it's not Skulltown. Wait, it is Skulltown. They have the elevation here. A lot more things to play around. They're on a higher elevation because the kill box right now would sit in the middle of Skulltown, so nobody could peek out too earnestly because that would mean a lot of charge rifle shots from Team 14 in particular. Hard stuck D4.
It is safe to say that everybody, at least the teams alive, should be purple or red armor, at least. But I do see a blue armor somewhere. I think that team is trying to rat it out. Oh, Team 6 getting peppered by charge rifles. Oh, and the Maggie piercing grenade through the wall. Actually, almost takes out his entire shield for Zimi here.
Team 6 actually have really good damage numbers coming out from here. They've got 1,000 damage off the charge rifle alone. 2 red shields. That's going to be a huge boon for them when the actual fight happens. It looks like the ring could be closing in on actually around the other side of this particular fortress wall. And it looks like this is the final fight. There's not a lot of cover here. The only place is going to be the wall. If they don't pick that fight with the team that's in the middle, they could potentially lose out here because that is going to be a really strong position to push from. There's not a lot of places they can go.
Oh no. Oh no. Team 12 instantly. We didn't get to see that, but they were taken out by Chico's team. Oh no. And Chico's team still the dominating team, at least at this point, and they're on this on the elevation trying to get as many teams out as possible, and they're just being total menaces with the charge rifles, at least at this point.
Yeah, having a Crypto to like sort of scout things out for you, be able to get a lot of vision for you to be able to use your charge rifles efficiently. That's a good strat, especially with a Loba there to be able to get more bullets so you don't run out of it, despite the fact that you're on top of a place that doesn't have loot for you to use. They could potentially try and hang this out, turtle this out, just keep grabbing ammo from the Loba crate, and they will be good to go. They'll be set for the rest of the teams that are pushing in. But it's gonna depend on whether or not they don't get pushed themselves, because it looks like the ring's closing. There are a lot of teams which are on the docket, but they haven't been spotted out yet.
Oh, Balai Police though, Team 15. They're just renting it out. They're just letting the other teams that are fully decked out fight each other. I mean, that's how you play third party. That's how you rat it out. But oh my.
Oh no.
They're running it out, and that's Team 16 getting peppered by almost the entirety of the teams. 1 point of health left, and they're chasing it down. Team 6 out for blood. Takes down Team 15, and it's now a 3v3.
Ambushing, living up to the name of trying to ambush, but they push out too soon. They got spotted by Team 6, and like you said, got taken out.
No, Iris is down. Oh my. Okay, it's now a 2v3 situation. It's not favorable anymore for Iris before.
Just a bit more to go. Here's a coalition. They're all going out to Scout Town. Going to be one taken out. Chick good. And you go into the house.
One player. They touched it down as well. And he came out of the room. And Musa, the last member alive, trying to massive them out. 1v3. Team 6 will be the champions from map 1. And that is on the way, I think.
Wow, that was the most decisive win I've seen by another team other than Team 1 for, like, in particular, Team 16. They still don't have as much kills as Team Gambar Autosan. Just one below. Just enough to kind of rack them up the points that could potentially put them on top of the leaderboard. But that was a really decisive, good win out from them. Fantastic plays, fantastic execution, and really good keen senses to know that they could hear some, like, tacticals and ultimates coming out from behind them to spot Team 16 sort of trying to ambush them from behind the rock.
Yep, sorry, it's Team 6. I was sorry about that.
Right, Team 6.
On the way. Yeah, they are the winners for the map 1, for map 1 at least.
Yeah, but that was a really good fight. Like you said, it was definitely more varied in Group B, and I'm really happy to finally see it get pulled out here, especially between Gambar Autosan. Gambar Autosan getting pushed and then getting defeated by the first half was a really interesting twist, and that made it really exciting towards the last half. And the way that the ring sort of closed around for Scout Town made a lot of opportunities open towards, like, the approaches and the way these teams could rat out. But unfortunately, a lot of the teams with the rat strats didn't manage to make it to the center before getting sussed out by a lot of teams who are holding the outer edges with the better positional advantage and the better shields and equipment.
I mean, you really gotta save up the utilities for the final ring, but this time there was only 3 teams in technically the final ring, which was less hectic than I would like to see, but it just means that a lot of the strong teams were taken out really early. I think that the people in this tournament, at least what we have for today, they know which teams to look out for, which teams to take down instantly, and they did that this game.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing with the Kings Canyon sort of map, because, like, taking the outer edges has always consistently been one of the ways to go in terms of loot, in terms of being able to push towards the middle for your positional advantage. So having the outer teams sort of land near each other, because they all knew that this was going to be the case, sort of ended up stabbing them in the back in this sort of way. We saw a lot of, like you said, a lot of the strong teams ended up there by the docks, and just having to go against 4 people at once, it doesn't matter how good you are, you're going to get taken out and bled out eventually. Team 6, I think the best did the best of what they were given, and, like, getting that kill off Team 1 pretty much almost guaranteed a lot of the early advantages they got towards the last half of the ring, and that was pretty much curtains closed for most of the other teams within the final circle.
I mean, luck factors into this, because you don't know how many teams are in the area, how many teams will join in the third party, how many teams you have to fight just to clear one, piece of area just to be safe. You gotta take all of this into account sometimes.
Yeah, true. And you also do need to know when to pick your battles, because, like, we did see around Octane's extreme course over there was a fight happening, but trying to pick that early fight, knowing that you're in a position that could get flanked from any position. There was one team that decided to wisely back away. That was the team that came out on top, because the other teams that decided to fight, they just get third party. They were just waiting for their opportunity. That's what it's about. That's about picking your battles and knowing when you want to, like, take your fights, and make sure that you have the advantage whenever you decide to drop in for a little chat. Yeah, but that was an exciting game of Apex Legends. So we're going to be going for a break in a little bit about 9:20. We'll see you guys back then for potentially more exciting matches. And that was a really good cast. Thank you for joining us here today. I'm Pondo, and this is my co-caster T3 King.
Thank you for today as well. At least for this match, we'll be seeing for more later on. And hello, welcome back, everybody. This is T3 King, and we're back at the scene, and I'm one of the shotcasters. With me here is Pondo here, another shotcaster here for today.
Yeah, hi guys, it's Pondo here. Thank you so much for having us as your casters today for the Apex Legends tournament that is hosted by Monash Esports Club, Taylor's Esports Club, Asia Pacific University Esports Club, and ISEC Sharks. This match was brought to you by Off Gamers. Thank you so much. Our main sponsors, Off Gamers, who provided the prize pool to us. They're a digital distribution platform dedicated to content publishers who sell some of your favorite top-ups for games such as Apex Legends, Valorant, League of Legends, any publisher you can think of. EA games, I almost said EA Sports, like the old style, Respawn games, and anything you can think of. They have customers worldwide can purchase top-up services from them, game credits, telco recharges. If you need a place to buy your Riot points, to buy a lot of your top-ups, if you need someplace safe, guaranteed, and they have a lot of ways to pay for it, such as credit card, debit cards, online banking, then go to Off Gamers for all your top-up needs.
Thank you for that, Pondo. And of course, let's not forget, we will also like to thank Calais Esports and Coach Kate for providing us the range as our production venue, which would be helping us make this production much more easier and much more with ease. And of course, thank you for that as well.
Yep, thank you so much. We're about to head into the next game, and if you just joining us right now, we had an exciting first match there on Kings Canyon, where Team 6 came out on top on the way, OTW with Kim Chio Ryo, Zimi on the W. Wow, these are hard to pronounce. Zimi on the W, Zenial on the W. Yeah, on the way. Right. OTW.
On the way.
They managed to secure a really convincing win after finding some people trying to ambush them from the back, but not quite making it across, managing to secure quite a lot of good fights, managing to win quite a lot of these fights. And Team 1 with Gambar Autosan getting taken out early after a third party and going up against more resistance than they thought from Team 4, which is BBB, the team which took them out for Group A of Match 2, which is really some karmic retribution. So not quite going out without a fight, and it led to an exciting game all around, more exciting definitely than what we've seen from Group A in terms of the match cadence, match history, and I can't wait to see what more they have in stock. Right, T?
Of course, with that as well, we saw that a lot of the teams managed to play well in the first map. Of course, the second map will be on Olympus. A little insight on Olympus as well. It is a very technically hated map in rank, at least. I remember a lot of players really disliked the map because they fell off the ledges. But it is a very known map for snipers and or etc. as well. A lot of vantage points. Maybe we might see the advantage being picked out here. But other than that, there are a lot of close quarters, so we might see a lot of close quarter combat as well. Some shotguns, a lot of SMGs could be done here as well. And for rotation wise, there is somewhat of a circular cut in the middle, so it's not really easy to rotate as well. It could also be hard to technically get into the ring when the zone hits as well. If you don't really position yourself, which it could be fatal for a team. So I guess like pre-planning and the positioning of your team for this map alone would be you would need to take it all into account as well.
Yeah, for Olympus, like there's a saying that whatever map that you happen to have in rotation when you play Apex Legends, gonna end up being your favorite map. It's kind of true of a lot of people that play, like they enter Season 3, they enter Season 4. The people enter Season 3, World's Edge is their favorite map. The people enter Season 1. Well, actually, Kings Canyon is probably the only exception. We're about to head into the game soon, but we can't wait to talk more about it as we head into it. Olympus being the next map that we're going to be playing on. As we get into the scene, Season 12 here, Olympus, with Match 2 for the final day groups for Apex Legends tournament under Taylor's Esports, Monash Esports, ICSC Sharks, ISEC Sharks, and also Asia Pacific University Esports.
Okay. going into Olympus. Any bets on who's gonna take the win here? Considering Ganbare Otosan actually didn't make it out of map 1 in, I mean, they made it out in pieces. A lot of teams went for them. I don't know if they're going to do the same this upcoming map, and it's on Olympus as well, which actually would favor the triple meta legends, technically.
Yeah, there is a lot more buildings for them to be able to do the strat that they enjoy using. I do think that they are going to go to the same one because that's kind of the perfect meta, something that they enjoy using. But Olympus houses are smaller. There's a lot more open areas, but the houses don't work the same way that they do in Stormpoint, which is probably their favorite way of using their meta, their strategies. So they can't necessarily do the exact same strategy they do, but it's definitely still applicable. There's still a lot more you can do within this particular map, but I do think they'll be up against harder odds this time because the other teams will have more of a ball on them. And, it's a lot more skirmish heavy in terms of the close range combat, meaning that they don't necessarily have all the vision that they need during team fights.
Agree with you on that. Actually, I would like to see like fights happening up in the rift, but does it seem like there's 2 teams going there? Is that 2 teams? That is 2 teams. Oh, this could be something interesting to see. But there's actually a lot of teams going in that direction. That's like 4 or 5 teams. This could be a very early pickoff and a lot of fights in the early.
Yeah, the Rift being one of the better places to sort of look for your fights because there's a lot more ways to rotate. You can go through the portal in the middle. You can get the car if you want to make a quick escape. But if you do manage to win it up, manage to get all the loot, which the Rift can provide, plus the crafting materials, the crafting stuff, if you have the time to be able to do that, then the Rift is a solid first pick for your first drop. But picking a fight here is sort of difficult, and we already saw there's like around 4 to 5 teams in that general area who make it very difficult for any team to sort of get away after picking a fight within the Rift.
Yep, agreed with you on that. Notably, there's like 6 teams there. Like you said, there are a lot of ways to retreat from the fight. You can get into the portal and such. We have to see like if there is any fights even happening here. I think a lot of the teams are getting cold feet, at least from the first map till now. They aren't really like starting fights anymore. They're just like looting and taking a slower pace as compared to map 1.
As soon as we say that, though, Team 6 is going to be getting into a fight. They're going to be pushing out here. Already going to be one person taking out Streamlin. Team 20 going to be very dangerously close to getting taken out early. And that's going to be the banner down. Team 16 ready to push within the confines of whatever it is that's just happening. Team 20, they're going to have to try and get their bearings. They can't push out just yet. They're trying to loot for their lives here because they assume that the team that has taken out one of their members is going to try and push them right now.
We're looking at Team 14, and they spotted out a team, so we'll be able to see a little skirmish happening up here as well. Oh, Team 13. It's only Meow Meow alone yet again. Things are not looking good for Meow Meow's team there.
Team number 13 being the unluckiest number. We have said it before, but another team is going to be seeing another person on top of the roof. That's Team 8 here. Adobe Photoshop with Firepop fighting for their lives. They already have one person down. It doesn't look like it's going to end up any much better for them. Here comes the knockdown shields. They're already barely getting out of this unscathed, but his team is ready to block it off. Sears running for his life here, and it's going to be another takedown here. Adobe Photoshop gets taken down. 15 goes out early despite being one of the more promising team. Balai Police getting taken over by the insurgents here. Team 8.
Things are looking good for them. Team 12 here. I actually prefer this location. I always drop here. And it's a very favorable position because there's only like 2 ways to get up, unless you have a Valkyrie or a Pathfinder. And there's only like 2 ways to get up. If you have like a defensive legend like Caustic, you can actually bunker down here very easily. You have domination.
Oh.
Fights happening across the map.
Okay, just going to be a bit more thermites coming out here. Team 4 is already making their position though, but they're getting caught out in a place that's really unfavorable for them here. It's too many open stuff. They don't really have a lot of ways to cover themselves. They don't have a Bangalore. They don't have a Catalyst, so they're trying to make their way over to a house where they're better covered, but it looks like they will be able to get away. Just a few shots traded in between them to try and potentially get more charges off for their Exo Shields, but it doesn't look like they're giving up just yet. Here comes the push, but they don't know that Rift has pretty much been situated between a lot of teams that haven't necessarily left yet. I do think Okay, actually, they do have already left, so it looks like they'll be able to get in there unscathed, but all the loot has already been collected by the teams that got there before them.
Oh, no fight happening here. Team 1. Oh, Gambero, Tosan.
Oh,
One
Jachi,
taken
their
down.
best fighter, going to get taken out. The Catalyst Wall is not going to be enough to keep them safe because they're trying to keep things from getting too hot here, but it does look like a Seer out. I can't tell if it's the enemy teams or theirs. A Seer out could come down, which makes things very difficult for them. They're trying to get rid of the traps to try and get the push in, but things are getting really dicey. Can they get the revive out? Jachi is back to full health. He's got the battery off. Micro Jones have been detected. They're trying their best. The wall is the one thing keeping them alive right now. They're going to get 2 takedowns. Spinning Monkey, just one person left alive, and that's going to be Team 7 taking off the running here, and that's up to you, taken out early with 16 squads left on the docket, 47 people left, and Team 1 turning what was supposed to be a really bad situation around and getting the spoils of war from it with the purple attachments and shields left for them.
But from that, at least, I think a lot of the teams are trying to take down Gambaro Tosan. At least at the start. All the teams they're not really afraid of them anymore. Take them out really early because they saw that they had a better chance if Gambaro Tosan is taken out, which, I mean, it really takes you guts to try to take them down. you really need like nerves of steel nerves and such to take down Gambaro Otosan. They're very good. They're really good at the game, and you really need like good coordination, good utilities and such just to handle them. It's not quite easy as some people might expect it to be. Team 20 cruising.
Team 20 is getting out alive despite losing that member earlier on. There's going to be another fight here. Team 1 seeing someone hiding behind the pillar. They're trying to make sure they don't get away scot-free. A lot more dockets on the board. 358 points to the next Evo Shield upgrade. But I think they're trying to play it a bit more cool. They know that they've seen teams around. They haven't managed to finish all of them just yet. The Wraith ultimate is going to be enough to get them away to safety. So they're going to try to play a bit more conservatively despite the fact that they're hunting down people at the same time. Wraith, tactical coming out. Getting away barely, just a little bit left, but seeing someone still alive over here, trying his best to try and fight it out, but the wingman shots coming out from Tsukino Yaya have always been impeccable to seize. More people pushing from the underside. Here comes the zipline coming up. A party's about to start here around that turbine area, and so many more shots. Just a Catalyst Wall to make sure that they don't get caught out. They have to segment these fights, make sure that they don't get pushed from behind. Jachi is going to be in the ring, however, and now he's got to rotate back, but it shouldn't be a problem for someone known as the Valkyrie.
I think this is where some Valkyries come into favor for the ring. It's a very good one. Actually, Team 20 eliminated just from that. So we're already down to top 14. We still have Gambare Otosan here still chilling outside of the ring. Still chilling. We're gonna see how they fare out later on.
Just having fun?
Chilling. No. Team 14, a contender as well, fighting out here against Team 16.
Just a horrible position to be in right about now. They don't have the walls up. Going to get caught in between that little tunnel where there's no escape. They're really going to know your every move. Doesn't matter where you try to run. And that's already Team 16 going to get taken out. Our friends over here ambushing the last team that also got taken out after trying to do a rat strat in match 1. It looks like they didn't quite rat themselves out of it just yet. Going to be taken out by our team over here with Chikut Nomusa, Little Arif. I believe this is the team that you talked about before, the one that you hyped up. Yeah, this was Team 14, Harstuck D4, the one with a pretty good track record for Group B from yesterday's matches. So this is going to be interesting to see how they play it out and whether they can absolve themselves of being taken out so early for the last round during that last fight that they had in docks around Kings Canyon.
No, this was one of the teams that actually made it up to top 3. I think you're talking about Presto's team. They already got knocked out.
No, Presto's team was the one that... right, Presto's team.
Yeah, Presto's team's already knocked out. They're gone. We're looking at Nomusa's team right here, which is they are a top contender as well. They got a lot of kills in that round. Oh, a fight is happening here.
It's just gonna be another fight around the labs area within that central part of the map here. This is Hammond's labs that they're going to be fighting around. There's so much ways they can get ambushed here. Dangerous Scowie is really close to getting taken out. He's got to play it a lot safer, trying to use his Phoenix kit to get up to speed here. But there's so many ways that can get pushed, but there's high ground. There's already teams that are trying to watch from a vantage point. They're going to have to try and back away because this is not a good spot to be in right now. Just 1 minute till the ring closes. Round 2 is not going to hurt that much, but with all the teams watching your every move, this is kind of difficult to get away from unless you naturally have something to cover your escape, such as car, or, you know, maybe a callus wall, which none of them they do have. It's just a Pathfinder and his zipline, which is quite easy to see within this particular part of the match.
I'm surprised that the Hardstack D4 they didn't actually try to take on this fight, considering that they are known to be quite aggressive.
Well,
At least
you know,
at this point of the game.
I guess they're playing it safe, which I do think is a good strategy overall. It's good to not rest on your laurels, always good to be playing to the best of your abilities. So I can always respect a team that doesn't always take the opportunity to go aggressive because they know that competitive Apex Legends has a very different mentality from what we're used to, which is, you know, ranked aggression.
Oh wow. Pimple's team, they have not yet been popped.
Oh boy, here we go again. That's gonna be that fun for the rest of the night, isn't there? But, yeah, just a lot more team. So what do you think? What do you think, T? There's like a lot of positional here, but you see a lot of like a lot of the choke points. What do you think is gonna happen over the next couple of minutes?
I think the blue team and dangerous scary teams are going to meet up because that's a choke point. They're going to meet up very, very close. They have to get in the ring, and that's the only way to get in at their point. And of course, they're going to fight it out right here now.
Going to be Team 2 versus Team 10. They've spotted each other within around the lab, around Turbine, and there's a lot more fights coming in, but the wall's coming in real fast. They're gonna have to make their position known. It's only round 2. They can still potentially get away from this, but not having a heat shield makes this all the more risky, and trying to run while still on the lam and having no cover is gonna get you down the way no lifer has been taken out. Already Dangerous Scabby trying their best to try and fight it back to protect the horizon. The other team's in the ring, so they have the advantage. Gonna be using that to take out 2 more members of the enemy team, and now they are trying their best here, using the shotgun. Peacekeeper coming out to try and rock it out, but Team 10 gets eliminated, and that's Team 2 going to be taking that particular lead and pushing their way into the middle section of Olympus.
They were taken out by Aquiver's team. Oh no. And 14 is here to clean it up as well. Third party, back to back. There's no rest. There's nowhere to go.
Oh no, that's the thing about Apex Legends. That's the thing about having a fight and not necessarily being able to finish it early. Just means that so many more sharks are going to smell that blood in the water and try to take you down. But they've already seen that team has decided to rotate around the ring in that little gap, and they've decided, no, we're not going to push this. There is potential to get caught out in between this particular like strip of land. That's the only thing standing between you and the ring. So we're not going to push it. We're going to fall back, get a better position, and make our way towards Rift. The upper half of Rift, and, you know, make a stand over there. Power Grid looks like the last place where the fight is going to happen right now.
Yeah. From last that we've seen it, I think Gambara Otosana is like directly opposite of Team 14. Oh no.
But it's going to be another fight. Team 6 catching someone out. They already got here before that team, who decided to back away. Team 14 trying to slide the way. Team 6 has been one of the good contenders from the last match. Would it be able to fight this out? They have the Seer out to prevent the pushes, but it doesn't matter. There's so much mobility coming out from Team 14. Team 14 has barely taken any damage. They're going to be in a good spot, but they don't have good cover. They could get shot while trying to make the approach, so they're going to have to consider their options carefully right now as they try to make their way into the Rift.
Nicely said. And we really need like utilities and such to get them out of the tight spots, especially in Rift as well. Ooh.
The thing about the Rift is that having good vantage points from outside is having that elevation, but there's so much cover in the middle, so much housing that you have to contend with. So pushing is going to be hard, but he doesn't see him, doesn't hear the audio. Here comes a crusty 81 damage onto his shields, backs away, gets away using the Rave Tactical, but the rest of his team is here to back him up. He doesn't manage to finish him off. Lex is going to take down Z down on Team 6 on the way. Going to back away a bit to get some healing off using his gold shields, and Team 3 is in a better position, but they still haven't gotten out of the woods just yet.
And we're going to see back-to-back skirmishes here just in time because the ring is getting smaller and there's like 3 or 4 teams here at the least. It's just a matter of if they want to engage in this upcoming, and we can see there's a load of teams here.
Ooh, X-Can getting taken out from Team 1. That's Gambara Autosan getting shot down with a wingman. Jachi's the only one left alive. Sukinoya trying his best. No, sorry, Jachi is not the only one left alive. I was looking at the perspective shift, but they're trying their best to try and take them out. Now it's just of 2 members left. This is the most vulnerable they're ever going to be. Team 11 pushing onto that stairs. They didn't manage to get them out. X-Can gets taken down. IOTWT. It's Team 4 again. Team 4 eliminated. Right, Mangoes was there to get them from the back. Team 1 still alive. They're going to be playing this as best they can. More shotgun shots. X-Can going to be taken out. No more walls available to them. No more tacticals. Jachi is super low. He's hiding underneath the stair to try and get a cheeky heal off. The traps are going to make sure he doesn't get to push too hard. They back in from the back, and that's going to be a pretty much another shift back. Rafe going to use his tactics to try and get away, but Jachi's got his number. Already knows going to go. Going to get the finish off on Team 11. And Team 1 surviving still, despite all the teams on their butt, ready to try and track them down. And that was a brilliant turnaround for 3 teams on Team 1's butt.
I mean, Gambara Autosan actually made it out alive against 2 teams. They're unfavorable position, but still made it out alive against 2 strong teams as well. Oh, no.
Oh, Team 14 heard the revive. They had someone there already. Little RF going in at the precise moment to take them out and make sure that they won't be able to get out of this like unscathed. I think Team 4 had a real chance just now with Team 1, but they got third party by another team. That team didn't manage to take out Team 1 in the end, and Team 4 was already so weak, so they got taken out easily. That could have been like the turnaround for Team 4. Team 4 potentially taking out Team 1 early and making their case known, but the timing was just not there. They just didn't have it ready for them to be able to deal with a team such as Team 1.
Do you see the map, Zenil? Such a rat! Oh my goodness! They didn't spot him. Chico's team was entirely on top of him. Didn't spot him out.
Team 14, Heartstuck D14 didn't even notice him. He was so close, but he was crawling the entire time. He's doing the best of what he's given to try and stay alive to the end here. Team 6 is still in this. It's all about the placements now. Haven't been able to get kills, but definitely going to keep themselves alive to try and make sure they have what it takes. They still have the beacon. I don't think it's going to come into play, but it's definitely something to consider as we approach the 4th and final ring. No, not the final ring, but the 4th ring, then the final ring.
But there's still 6 squads alive in this kind of small ring. Oh no. Team 14. Chico's team.
Little Heartstuck D14 catching out Team 1. Gonna get an early kill out. Chico getting Sukinoya. X-Can getting no Musa, however. There's just 1 left to go, but he gets taken out. Team 14 gets eliminated. That was so close. Team 1 sweating there. They almost got destroyed by one of the favorite teams from Group B, which is Heartstuck D14. You talked about this team. You talked about how that was the most promising team, and we already see this firsthand, almost managing to take out one of the strongest teams from Group A.
Ooh, that was actually one of the highlights, I think. Seeing, 2 of the top teams from different groups duke it out, and now that we know that the Gambara Autosan actually made it out of that, winners of that duke out. But Sukinoya actually take it down. I think the thing about Gambara Autosan, they always lose one member, but that they always win the 2v3.
Yeah, it's crazy how many things they managed to get away from despite theoretically being extremely disadvantaged from whatever fight it was that they were picking, but they still managed to pull it off. That's kind of the hallmark of a team that's super confident in their plays, knows what they're doing, and have the mechanical skill to be able to back it up. And now we're seeing Team 3 trying to stack up their armors because they're not quite full just yet. Team 2 has also got 1 red, 2 purples. Team 1, after all those trials and tribulations, have managed to come away with quite a bit of shielding, but will it be enough to save them from the rest of the teams that are pushing them up? A lot of good teams have been taken out early. Team 1 is in a prime position to strike and make the most use out of the opportunity and the advantages that they have right now.
Looking at the final ring though, there's only technically 1 building in the ring, so they're all gonna have to duke it out just to get the cover of that final building as well.
Yeah, but
this one's gonna hurt.
Is some methods to the madness. There is a building that they can push while the ring, slow ring, because round 5 is going to be the slowest, so they do have an opportunity there to try and make their ways back from the corner side before the ring closes completely.
Zenil actually got caught out by Sukinoya in that exchange.
Yeah, bit unfortunate. He was so close to being able to make it to top 3.
What surprises me is that there is 4 teams in this very small ring.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the Seer ultimate. That's all you need. That's going to be one takedown already, Pitbull. Team 2 is doing their best to try and take things over here. Agovich from Twitch going to get Lucinata, Kushinata out. Cyberpunk getting Cyberpunked again. Team 3 pushing their butt up here. Give me some Google, more Google, but doesn't land any of those shots. Stop bully. Twitch, Aquavir going to be taking him out right now. Team 9 eliminated by our favorites here in Team 1. And Aquavir here doing his best with what he's given. The Peacekeeper here. So many pushes coming out. There's a lot more going on, but Team 2 trying to get much loot as they can before the final fight. Going to come in that last part of the ring. There's so much crossfire. There's so much things going on. Still 8 members alive, however. It's not the full 9, but there's 2 to 3. Team 1 trying their best. Here comes the ultimate out from Horizon, trying to push him up, but he sees that in the water. He gets away using the Windman, trying to get him while he's flying in the air. Team 1 is barely taking any damage, so 3 teams left here. Still no team getting taken down, and it's going to be a fight, but Team 1 is in a bad position. It's that house in the middle, but they know they can push it up, but they don't have the elevation to be able to get pot shots. That could make all the difference, but it doesn't matter. They've barely taken any damage, but as I said, that X-Can getting more than half of his armor down before healing it back up.
This is the top 3 now, so we're gonna have to see who actually makes it out of here as the champions of map 2. This is gonna be the last few excruciating few minutes of our lives, because this is gonna be as exciting as it can get.
Gonna be some numbers to start seeing the portal, knowing that there's someone potentially trying to make a push around them. Next Generation 2 gonna get taken out. Team 3, here's their 2 men down, and what is gonna be one of the hardest play-ups. They're gonna have to play with just 1 person alive. Stop bullying me. Oh, but he's gonna get the revive. Potentially could be enough, but the ring's already closing in on him. That's gonna be a death. They don't make it out in time, but just enough, just the timing, barely enough seconds. Team 1, Team 2. Team 2 is the best poised right now. Sees someone reviving. Here to go in to finish him off, making sure, but Team 1 might see the blood in the water, but they're gonna shield swap. Here comes the walls. Here comes the Seer ultimate. They already know where they are, and that's gonna be a really hard push. Crossfire, getting 1 person out. Jachi's really low. Could be a fight here to remember 2 members. They don't push in singular. And that's Team 1 with a decisive win out for round 2 on Olympus.
Gambare Otosan making it in. Champions of map 2. Well, can't say we didn't predict this, but they did well. 20 kills on the board. Oof.
20 kills.
14, though.
Almost more than Team 14 and Team 2 plays, but Team 14 did an absolutely fantastic job. You said before that they're one of the better teams in Group B, and we can see it here. They did so much. They got so many kills, and like they were barely sweating. It was only that particular encounter with Team 1 that did do them in. It was so close, however, to being an upset. Team 1 managed to flawlessly navigate through what was such a bad position for them when they got flanked by 2 teams at a time for a third party, but managing to get out of it unscathed.
Yep. I mean, it is a very tough game for map 2. I think this is at the point of the time where some teams at the bottom need to step up their game to actually get the points needed in the next upcoming map, because it will be the final map of tonight as well, especially against some of these strong teams here like #D4, Gambare Otosan. Some of the other teams need to step up the game, have a better strategy coming into this as well. It's gonna be a very difficult game on map 3 as well.
Yeah, I did really enjoy a lot of the plays we got. They were so close. And like mentioning a lot of the teams that pushing in. Team 6 really had that last member, Zenio there, almost getting them to a top 3 finish, but getting spotted out Soul last second. Team 2 was absolutely where they needed to be most of the time. Genberger is really pushing in. Aquavir, that was such a good fight in that particular central area. Team 4 really close to being able to clutch it out with Team 1. But seeing all of this come together, maybe what they need is being able to take out Gambara Otosan, being able to get a better advantage, because from what we've seen, it's not impossible. This isn't quite as hopeless as we've seen before. There's a lot of teams, they've made their mark. Team 10, Shithousery has been on here before. They've managed to make those pushes. #D4 has been some great mechanical skills, but we want to see it play out more dynamically. We want to be able to see these team fights coming in hard, coming in fast, and getting those finishes off where they can, because these positionings have been great. Just boils down to the teams that have managed to find their ways there and win the fights as they can. You know what I mean, T? Like when they try and congregate there, it's a lot more difficult than it looks.
It is, especially if you're looking to take down one of the top teams here. They know what they're doing. You can't just go in willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly, yeah. The
willy-nilly.
willy-nilly being the correct like term for this kind of insanity going on. But like we've already seen some key teams, and you've predicted it well. We've had some top teams on that particular half. I don't think Team 19 managed to make quite as big of a dent in this match as they did the last time, but seeing Team 14, seeing Team 13, 15, 50-50 Cupid, Heartstuck D4, they've been making such a good push, and like it's been more fun to kind of watch these play out, and like the way the ring sort of congregates, the way they've been sort of making these positions, it's been a bit more crowded than it was from the last match, because these code drops have not necessarily equated to what we call safe pushes around. They've been trying to get these fights more often. They've been trying to get more aggressive. So we're seeing a lot more gatekeeping, a lot more patrolling of these small little areas that kind of lead towards the middle where where Power Labs was, and then around the area where the Rift, where it all began, where it all started, pushing through Energy Depot and Turbine, trying to get around that particular area to make those pushes happen. But sometimes when you get third party that hard, you can't come out of it unscathed, and it sort of leads to a fight around Rift that just everything falls into place, and then falling down in Power Grid is like how it ends in the last half, and that's really a sad way to go.
If you realize, majority of teams landed in Power Grid and Rift, and the last ring was in Power Grid and Rift.
Yeah,
it's kind of ironic in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of weird for them to like try their best to get away from Rift after looting everything, but then immediately having to like run back over there after seeing that the ring was trending towards that part of the map. So kind of interesting to see them running back towards the home they were at. But anyway, we'll be taking a break real soon before we head to our next match. We need some time to catch our voices back. And like this is Pondo, and this is my co-caster T3 King. And yeah, we'll see you again once the break's over and our next match begins. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Bye bye.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Apex Legends tournament that's been hosted by yours truly, Taylor's Esports Club, in collaboration with Monash Esports Club, Asia Pacific University Esports Club, and ISEC Sharks. These teams have come together to bring you some of the best Apex Legends tournament matches here in, the Malaysian area, which I'm tripping over my words now for no reason. But this is all thanks to our main sponsor, who T is going to introduce to you right now.
And of course, it is Off Gamers. Thank you, Off Gamers, for sponsoring the prize pool for this tournament. A little bit about Off Gamers. If you guys don't already know, it is a digital distribution platform dedicated to content publishers where customers worldwide can purchase top-up services like game credits for like Genshin, Steam, Touch and Go. There's a lot of them. PlayStation as well. And if you want to get telco recharge through their globally diverse payment options, that's also a way as well. So do look them up on their site, Off Gamers. Thank you, Off Gamers. And of course,
thank you so
the
much.
other one.
Thank you. I just happen to be in the range right now, so talking about the range seems like the normal thing to do. But thank you so much to the range, in collaboration with Couchcade and Calais Esports, for providing this space for us to do our production here today. And it's a really close by venue that you can do a lot of your activities at, such as gatherings, such as LAN parties, such as esports training and scrims. If you need a place that's private, exclusive, booking only for you and your friends, or for your university activities, then feel free to come down to the range. Let me know specifically, or you can visit like Calais Esports website or make a booking through any one of the channels at general@couchk.net. But we're about to head into the next match. And some of the chat members have mentioned that we're riding Jachi's dick a little bit too hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to ride it even harder this time. Right, Nicholas? We're going to make sure that we really, really get that really big rod up our butts, because we really love what Team 1's doing. And we want to make it seem like we're licking their boots, because why on earth would we not be riding the rod of a team that has been absolutely dominating so far, all the way from Group A to Group B, and finally now into the final day round of groups. We don't talk about that, then what do we talk about? Because, Jachi has the biggest rod I've ever seen. The biggest rod I've ever seen, Nicholas. Like, it spans certain continents. If you want to slap someone from across the Pacific Ocean, you call Jachi. You call the Valkyrie, you call his ultimate, because he's going to fly across and deliver to you anyway. But enough about Team 1. We can talk about some of the other notable teams that you have noticed as well, T.
Some of the notable teams as well. I mean, actually, a lot of them made it in very close. I think the one that actually surprised me was Aquiver's team. They weren't really like a strong team in Group B. They were always in the middle somewhere, but in that last map, they really showed up. They got into the top 3 like very easily as well. They really showed up. They did a lot of the work together. They actually did got a lot of kills, like 10 kills if not wrong. Jen Burger was their team 2. Oh wow, they were amazing. Even going up against Gambara Otosan as well. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but they came close. They came really close.
Yeah, we had quite a few notable teams. Like Team 13, 50-50 Cupid has been one of the mainstays. We've been seeing them a lot despite being one member down. Meow Meow always there to be, to be riding it out for Cyberbot 2003, who happens to be left in the crossfire playing Maggie. But it's kind of like inspiring how they always manage to stay around despite the odds being against them, as the only team in here with only 2 members to play it off. So props to them for being so in tune, so dedicated to the cause, making sure to stay alive no matter what. And other notable teams would include stuff like BBB, the Better Business Bureau, Refrain, Dipsido, IUTWT, who have made Team 1 sweat as well. Benson's Gumball, there's so many good teams, and they've been doing so well. And I really, really hope that we get an upset for this particular match, or some interesting plays off, because for you and me, the casters, that's kind of the best thing to happen to anyone, basically.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, looking forward to see which map it is, because I think that's like a main factor into picking everything here as well.
Yep, I believe the next map will be World's Edge. So I did get the lowdown. We did kind of go through some of the briefing just now. And just so you know, World's Edge is one of those kind of places that is really popular in specific areas, such as Fragment East, Fragment West. And it's really good for snipers. It's one of the few maps that has a lot of tall elevation buildings, a lot of elevation in the mountains, in the central region where the train yard's going to be, crossing up there. and there's a lot of open space. It's not quite as covered as Olympus, for example, where they have a lot of different places for you to hide. So snipers do have a bit more fun here because pillboxes are galore. That lead up to train yard, that lead up to fragment east, the surrounding areas between that little segment in the middle. These are all what we call snipers playgrounds. Snipers can sort of shoot you from any position. We didn't get to see the Vantage like the last match, but honestly, this match could be the place where we see a Vantage, and I'll tell you, that's going to make me super excited. She's my favorite legend as of right now.
Again, about this map, there's a lot of lava in the map, of course, and to some teams that want to get some lucrative loot, they can also try out the trials. Something that I personally love to do at the start of the game on this map as well. A very fancy loot, but you have to take down a lot of prowlers in this map as well.
A lot of prowlers, just shooting prowlers with prowlers, shooting. Wait, prowlers? I don't think they're prowlers on worlds. Oh, you mean that particular? Right. The trial.
Yeah, in just trials.
I'm getting it mixed up with our other map on the point, but yeah, you're right. That is going to be a high vantage point, but like the thing about that, the thing about getting guaranteed loot means it's popular. You could get shot by someone while you're there, so let's see if there's going to be any exciting particular fights in that trial area in the mountain. But like I am looking forward to a lot more fights in the central area where the lava is, like you said. Could be a Minecraft thing where you fall into lava, lose all your stuff. But that doesn't happen in World's Edge because they just fly back up, and that's pretty great. Yeah, sorry, but it seems like we already started with the match. We're going to be going straight into it. And looking at the map as all the drops have already happened, skipping past most of the boredom for you. So what do you think, T? What's going to happen right now?
There's like 3 teams in Terminal Station, and I think typically you like to see like teams fight out in Fragment East and West because that's a very ranked thing to do. Like 8 teams just really jump down in Fragment. But that's not how it's working out here. Everybody's like dispersing into the map, and we do see like a lot of teams are trying to just stay chill because they know that this is the final game. This is the hype, this is the finale. They don't want to mess this up. They want to get the points. They want to get to the end, especially if you're one of the teams that haven't really gotten the time to shine, and this is the time to shine here. This is the finale. They will have to actually get through a lot of these strong teams.
Yep,
some of the teams are actually fighting out now.
This is going to be the final point of contention. This is going to be what they need to be able to stay alive. But that's going to be the Sniper Shots. Team 2 already getting into their big fight of the day. Changing Scary getting really scary away. Team 10 really doing that fights down on to that particular part of the map here. This is pretty much where it starts. I think this is Thermal Station, if I believe so.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, not in the lava. This is where the burn happens. Going to get shot. Trying to get back up there with a Peacekeeper shot, but not quite landing it. Already sees him. He's low, trying to chase him down. His team member gets taken out. They've got 2 purples. What are they going to be able to do? There's not much they're going to be able to do. Team 2 here, Genberger really out for blood here.
But we're unsure if they're able to do this. It's already 31 men down. Team 10, XAV as well. That's very unfortunate. They're actually a strong team as well, but this could be the luck factor coming into it as well. Teams on the range and instantly getting wrecked. It's only Dangerous that's alive right now.
Dangerous Scary thinking it's too scary, trying to get it, but gets shot down by the other person who is going to chase him up to the top of the roof. And that's going to be 10. Team 10 going to be the first get taken out in match 3. That's goodbye to shithousery 3 times. Times 3, right? Sorry, order.
It's okay. But I think this map we're gonna see not much action again, typically. But of course, there's gonna be like after I said that, of course, there's gonna be fights, right?
You got to start saying there's no action. Action happens as soon as you mention there's going to be no action. That's like the one thing. But that's a beautiful shot. 80 damage onto the Valkyrie that was flying across, minding her own business. And that's Team 19. Mantam Saja pushing up against Team 9 here. Team IDG with their members Cheesy, Pimple, Lucianata, Kushinada. Maybe they can make something out of this, but it looks like there's going to be a treaty here. Just going to see that there's no shields. But wow, what a shot here with the Sentinel to take down Pimple and pop him once again. But he still has 2 more members to deal with before they can get the just rewards. But they're going to be good on the side here with the loot. Presto absolutely out for blood on the Crypto. Let's see the Sirot and manage to dissuade them from pushing any farther into this.
This is the first time I'm seeing like a depth out of the entirety of this tournament. This is the first time. And we're trying to. It actually worked out for them as well because they can't. You know, they got like extra damage in. Oh wow! There's a fight happening here, and it's again little Arif, known to be a menace in this tournament, and his team as well, Team 14, and they're doing quite a lot in this as well. And Team 3 instantly taken out. It's really unfortunate if you're going up against a strong team here. There is a chance, but of course, it's not how it will end up as you thought it will be, you know?
He could really just trying to spray down. A member of the team was flying down. The Valkyrie just minding her own business, but they know that that person's there now. Going to be more fights happening at I think this is Fragment going to be going in. Streamland doing his best, using that ultimate to try to score it out, but the push happens. They're going to get the knockdown here on Luka DJ, and No Musa aiming with empty hand here. Going to get more takedowns, but the ultimate's gone. They're going to have to get out of it before they get spotted out here. But the rest of the team members are going to have to disengage. They can't take this fight right now. But Team 4 back in it. Here comes the ultimate off the horizon. They're in the danger spot, but nothing to follow it up with. I don't know why that out was thrown out. There's going to be no follow-up, but maybe to try and keep them from pushing too hard. But look at that, team. What is going on right now?
I mean, it is Fragment. I anticipated this. A lot of teams love to fight it out here. It is the prime spot for fights because there's so many buildings. There's a lot of cover. Oh wow, and there's a lot of team fights happening outside of Fragment as well. Team 19. Oh, actually Reaper's down already. This is Presto's team. Crypto, wow.
There's gonna be a bit more. It's Team 80 are getting shot out despite being one of the harder hitting teams that we've seen today. Trying his best with the Peacekeeper, watching for them, using the choke, coming out, gonna get one knockdown. It's gonna be turnaround. Team 19 would have wanted to try and get them, but the new kill leader is gonna be Tyson 001. What a play, what a turnaround, what a great showing for Team 8, who have come back into this tournament.
What was that? I actually opened my mouth for that fight. I didn't expect Team 8 Tyson to actually take them down. That was like 1v2 or something like that, and his health was extremely low, and he used the power of the Peacekeeper to take them down as well. You know, Peacekeeper's quite strong this meta as well. Oh no.
We're coming around with a flank, trying to get at them to try and save his team members, but they really seen him. They're trying to chase him down, make sure it doesn't get away. Gonna be finishing him off. Shakjo and Dongmian, there's gonna be another one. I go be lulled. Team 15 gonna be eliminated. And Team 15 being Balai Police. Balai Police stormed yet again. And now, just a few teams left on the board. Already, this has started round 1. 14 squads left in the game. 6 out in the early half. This is crazy, T.
Yeah, it is. We're seeing like Team 7 and Team 18 duke it out here. Is Team Very Base versus Up to You. And one member of Up to You is down at the moment, I think. This is not really favorable. 2 members actually is down. And they're outside of the ring. It's not really favorable, and it's all up to Spinning Monkey. And of course, it's a Fate, and she can bunker up the walls and such, but it's not gonna get the teammates up and alive in this point. Instantly disadvantage Fate, and it's really up to him if he wants to come in and get those banners, or if he wants to bail and try to secure a place. But all you can do at that point is try to rat it out, and it's not really a favorable spot, especially when you get into close quarters against another team as well. Oh no, actually, wow, this team is just bailing. So if Monkey actually wants to come back and take those banners, he can easily do so. He's 3 people as well. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's only a round 2 ring, definitely possible. I do like what he's done here, using the traps to try and say, just try and come and get me. You're definitely going to have a lot more to deal with, but I do think Team 18 did do the right thing here, because trying to contend with that would have been really annoying to deal with. So trying to get out of the ring, get more loot before the ring gets to round 2 is probably the better option. I do like what they're doing here. But that not finishing them off is probably going to bite them in the butt later, maybe, if Monkey manages to get his team. It's only round 2, definitely still banners on the table, so a lot more dinner to be had as they gatekeep the, well, I almost said a bad word, but gatekeep the rest of the teams from pushing in.
Yeah, I mean, then Team 11 is doing just that, gatekeeping the amount of the, what's that? G-Ken is all alone here. What's that? Was this team? No,
Very
this is the team that flew in. Oh no.
Oh no, getting eliminated out there. Lucina Kushinada getting some sweet revenge, but they've been spotted out by Team 11 here. FPPS seeing their opportunity, seeing more blood to be had. There's a third party, they're chasing after them, but there's not a lot left here for them to be able to push with. A few more tacticals available, but not having the right elevation could potentially make this a bit of a risky push in their favor.
Oh, not a favorable spot for Team 4 as well, as Refrain is down. Oh. Is it Team 4 against Team 2? A Quiver versus Refrain, Steve?
It could be 3 teams in a row. We're seeing quite a lot of activity here. That could be a third party coming out. But Team 4 is not quite out of it just yet. The Better Business Bureau trying to get the shotgun out. There's going to be a takedown. Dipsy, though, taking out Aquiver. Aquiver is your favorite from Team 2. But there's still so much left here. Seer out going to make sure no one gets a push without them seeing. But the knockdown shit going to be perfect here to try and block out the damage. But it's gone. Just a bit more left. Would he be able to get it? The Horizon gets away. But that's Team 2 gone. But nope, third party's here to make sure they finish the job.
Oh, and Team 4 is gone as well. Right after that, Team 2.
And who else would it be? Who else would it be? It's Jachi and the gang. Oh my god. Jachi. Oh, please. Touch me more. Oh my god. Jachi here. I love Jachi. You're the best, man. I absolutely love you. But yeah, absolutely. That was some great timing. And no other team would be able to do it except the gods, Team 1, Jachi, and the rest of his ensemble. Because I'm seeing... Well, actually, this is some of the first activity we've seen from them for a while. So quite surprising they're only seeing it now. Despite their track record as being some of the best kill leaders for particular matches, but I'm not even going to mention it because I feel like we've hit our Jachi quota for today.
I mean, they are known to be quite aggressive. It's a surprise to me as well. They're like only coming out after like 9 teams are gone. Yeah. It took me quite a few years to come out, but it was worth it in the end, I would say. But we're seeing it here. I didn't want to say it, but it looks like the final ring will be surrounding a little bit of Fragment East. Hopefully the final ring doesn't actually end up happening there because I've had enough Fragment for the rest of my life. But all the teams seem to be converging in. We might be seeing a lot more fights in the northwest position. You're seeing so many teams converge there. Around 3 to 4. Oh no, Team 13! Team 13!
Meow meow, it's not meow meow, it's Cyberbot. And Cyberbot lost his chance to shine. They didn't manage to make it to top 10. That's so unfortunate. So close to being bragging rights for them and the rest of their team.
Oh, instantly fights. Oh, it's Monkey's team. Oh, they made it out. Okay.
They managed to get those revives. But they don't have the loot.
They don't have the loot. All white, it's 2 white armor. And they're back to the corner as well. They don't really have the luxury or the items of sorts to, fight it out with anyone.
They do have the grenades,
miracles can happen. Miracles can happen.
Miracles can happen. Monkeys can happen. Like you said before. We didn't think that the revive was going to come out. It did. So I don't know if they want to push this though. It looks like they're going to be a bit aggressive. I don't see that being as particularly fantastic choice here. You are not well equipped for this. You're still white shields. It's not the time for you to be trying to get your Evo shield points up. And that's going to be Monkey falling off. One falls off and bumps his head. That's Dongmian now for him to run for his life. And Team 7 back down to the rafters after barely making it out.
Is that like a very good rat corner that he was in?
Maybe, but the thing is, if they know where you ran, it's not necessarily going to be able to get away. Especially if you try to heal. They're going to heal you. They're going to hear you. They're going to heal you.
Heal you?
hear you. Tongue twisters are hard.
I'm pushing a team now in the epicenter.
He who must not be named is going in. Hechi Alpha Red trying to get away. They done so much damage to he who must not be named, but the trap there to make sure they don't get too far. Going to be using the finisher to make his shields go back up.
Let's go.
You see those callus traps and no, gonna get removed from the board. He who must not be named has struck again, destroying another team off the docket. 9 squads left. We're finally in the top half, the top 10.
On the other side of the map, I do see Nomusa's name coming out again. Their team going in hard this time around as well. Oh, Tyson. 1 point. Was that 1 point of health?
That's 1 point of health. That's 5 HP. He's barely getting away. He managed to get away from that out with just barely enough. Sorry, the tactical, barely enough standing. But they're going to chase him down. I guarantee you he's not going to get away alive. This is just how it is. But maybe the Castor's Curse will kick in and it's going to prove me wrong. And I'm going to look embarrassed in front of my friends. But no, does get us up.
They get it out. Okay.
Why? Castor's Curse, why do you do this to me?
Oh. Well, I think another team was like third party sniping, they had to bail off. They had to back away.
Yeah. The best parties are surprise parties.
Yeah, of course. Okay, and oh, this is the Little Arius team again. You love to see it. One of the best from Group B.
Are stuck D14, really making their mark, but they don't have a lot of cover, and it looks like a lot of other teams can see them through the lens of their charging rifles. So much damage, gonna jump away barely in the nick of time. 6-6. You don't get the full proc, you don't get a lot of damage out on the charge rifle. That's just how it is. And look, my man Dongmian still sticking alive here, despite all odds against him. So
Oh my god,
close.
the teams are spraying him down.
Oh,
Damian, I believe in you. Please, rat it out. Oh my goodness. A lot of teams are on his tail. Oh,
Oh.
charge rifle.
so much blood being spilled.
Ronin as well, ratting it out.
Ronin meaning like lone samurai or like rogue samurai. He's the only rogue samurai hiding out. He's trying to stay alive. There's so many rats in this game, but they're trying to shoot him. It's quite missing, just a little bit off center here. But Team 14 is kind of deep in that kill hole. Hopefully no one's around to try and shoot them as the rest of the teams are trying to take their pot shots and get up to a red shield.
Ooh. In that exchange, Team 9 is gone as well. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. Just, vibing. My bad.
Oh. It's okay. But this fight, I'm trying to see if Little R team is able to get a lot of kills in this game. Because they are known to be very aggressive, and they are still aggressive. Little R pushing in as a Loba as well. You don't get to see that quite often. Loba pushing.
Yeah. Most of the time it's Loba in front of me and she's doing the pushing. I enjoy that a lot. But seeing the kind of push coming in here with Little Arif trying to go in for his aggression, that out didn't quite land, so they don't really have a lot of utility left to protect them. Tyson 001 going to go down, and then we see the push onto Asuno as now to run the next level of marathon to get away from that team who's out for his blood. Little Arif coming in with the red shields on the Loba.
Yep, and we're at top 6 now. This is the, where the excitement kicks in. All the best teams are here, and of course, some of the best teams are here. The few from the last few maps as well have been shown. We do have Alif's team, and of course, Gambara Otosan is here. Asuna still alive here. I think. No, you cannot get the banner. Unfortunately, unfortunate. There are a lot of teams. The level teams have to play rat now. That's all you can do. You have to wait it out. Oh no! And Arif actually spots him out. Asuna.
Asuna, run for your life. Gonna use that elevation to get away, but Asuna still has that little bit of hope left. But no, gonna get shot out. That's Team A. Gonna get eliminated. Little Arif finally finishing him off for good. Someone needs to do something about the rat infestation happening in this game right now because it's starting to look like Subang with the amount of rats that we have in this game.
They're still humble alone, eh?
Just humble alone.
Okay, we're gonna have to see how this works out. But sooner or later, it's gonna be a rematch of Team 14 versus Team 1, isn't it?
Yeah, I would really like to see that, especially here in Overlook because of the elevation changes.
I'm excited to see that as well. Of course, I
Oh,
think.
no.
Yep. Humble.
Humble gonna get Humble
not-
gonna try to throw out the grenades and make sure they don't
is he
manage to
gonna do it
push in.
himself?
But it's Team 1. They rose back into him. They've got the traps to make sure there's a signature move, make sure that no one gets around there. And the Valkyrie guy whose name I do not know is trying to sneak around here from the back to make sure he gets that crossfire. They never ever let up. They make sure they always crossfire because they always want to play it safe. Doesn't matter if they know that there's only one person in there. But the other teams will be converging. They hear the noise, the wingman shots here to try and fight back against the person with a charge rifle. But I Love Football is here to play another game of soccer with the rest of the team.
Team PPS is still in it for this as well. There's still quite a lot of teams. I mean, it's not really Definer. It is kind of Definer Ring. Ring 5. Oh, wow. Interesting to see. Oh, and I Love Football. Trying to get a few kicks in.
I didn't know you like football, but that's really nice to know. But it's really, it's got a lot more going on for it in the terms of like positional advantage. I do think that the Team 14 has a better position right now in terms of elevation. They have the rock that gives them overlook on the entire part of the kill box here, but having a house gives you more options in terms of being able to run away when you're getting shot at. But Final Ring does mean that we're going to see the fight out on the rocks here versus the houses. So I do think we'll see a lot more dynamic gameplay because there's no certain cover for them. And having a Catalyst would be really good to isolate these fights and make sure they don't get in too deep.
Yep, and the next best thing would be a Newcastle, which I think one team has at the moment. I forgot which team that is, but we'll soon. Oh wait, is that? Okay, I thought like, you know, the person that when the name we cannot mention is far apart from his team.
He is, but that's all part of the plan. But they're getting sidetracked by pretty much every team. You see the Reds on their health bar, they're getting shot, but it doesn't mean that they're out of it just yet. But it does look like a kill name from Team 14. Little Arif gonna get some shots off, then go back away. That could be Team 1. I can't tell from this distance. They're gonna have to get a knock before they know for sure. Right Mango's gonna bow check using his bow to make his Mangoes go away. And that's a Valkyrie that could very well be he who must not be named, but sees the Newcastle wall, knows that there's someone nearby. Right Mango's gonna have to ripe away. Some bow check shots getting off, and that's going to be that team bullied on the corner by the side of the truck, and things starting to look dicey. T, what is going on?
They're not really like, you know, having like a four-man fight. It's like one team versus one team, and then the other team having another one. It's still chaos. I mean, there is some mannerism here, but it's not total chaos. It's interesting to see at least, but Gambaro Dawson bunkering down in a van. we don't see it.
This is what we call the van life. This is what happens when you get kicked out of your house and you need somewhere to live. You live in a van, but this is not my mom's van, so this is a different storyline entirely. Team 1 is going to be on the fritz here. They're kind of in a dangerous position. These trucks are not going to provide no cover for an approach. And like I said before, but it's Team 6 and Zinio. Zinio somehow managing to survive.
Oh no. Oh no. And it's all up to one player, and he's gonna get pushed down.
Team 1.
Oh, between two shields.
Between two ferns, two shields, just so close. Gonna get one more knockdown. It's gonna be not the team just yet, but that team does get eliminated in the end. They see the opportunity to try to get the shots up, but it's not quite enough just yet. They can't get any angle. They're on a high ground using the wall. This is perfect Catalyst ultimate utilization. This is exactly what we want to see. Things are gonna get really dicey, but I do think that Team 14, Heartstuck D14, will be able to give a good fight to our unnamed players over here. Here we go. Here comes the fight. Here comes the shot. Suki no Yaya gonna take it out early. There goes a lot of early representation. Little Arif, here comes the push, but Catalyst absolutely beams him. Will the rest of his team be able to deal with whoever this guy is? I have no idea who he is. Pushing up there with more players on the way. They see him, but he can potentially get there. They don't see him. They don't know.
And it's going
turn around.
Oh no, but no.
That's it. That's the one, team. This is the one. This is the action we were waiting for. This is what happened. They didn't know he was there. They didn't know he was there even. But gets taken up. PPS, a team that we didn't even mention, right? Mangoes with the Newcastle, with the ultimate, with the tacticals getting there in the end. Not quite enough kills to overtake Team 14, who did an absolutely fantastic job, but still brilliant positioning, good use of the terrain. Yeah, that was a great match.
Oh my. That Team 14 actually got a lot of kills in that one. Is really close. They're always like up there somewhere, but they can't win. Unfortunately, you know, it comes with the game. It's Apex, third parties, luck. But I was quite surprising though.
Yeah,
it actually came out. No, I didn't expect them to win. In a way, I didn't really. But you never know in this game. You never know. Oh my.
I believed in them this entire time, T. I don't know what you're talking about. I already knew they were going to win. I was talking about it. I said PPS was the team to watch out for. I said they were the best team here, and I was right. Like, I'm always right. I'm always the best caster in the world, and you've seen it here firsthand. See, T, you know this. You know this now. But like, I'm just kidding, so don't take me seriously. Please don't kill me. But anyway, that's the last match for today. I hope you all found it exciting. Our production is going to give me some instruction on what's going to happen next, right? Nixon, right? Yeah, he's come here to like you know, talk about his new promotion for you, Herbalife. Oh, yeah, you said you were going to talk about Herbalife. Oh, right. No, sorry.
You know, while they wait, I guess.
Sorry, give me, like, I will let this substitute. Whoever is here and came to listen to this man, feel free to listen to his sweet honeyed voice and his Herbalife promotion.
I did not sponsor Herbalife. I did not sponsor Herbalife. I would like to say that now, but I want to thank everyone for watching. I agree that was a fantastic match, and it was just so exciting. Each match was a different victor. But of course, all good things must come to an end, and that includes this match. And before we do end, I would like to shout out to Taylor's Esports Club, APU, Monash Esports Club, and in ISEC Sharks. Once again, I would like to thank all of them for collaborating and creating such a wonderful tournament. And well, everyone in the Discord will get to see who the winner of this is. I'd like to shout out to Hondo for
No, Nixon, don't touch me there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Whoa,
Yeah, thank you so much.
what's happening over there?
Oh my god, oh
No,
my
no,
god.
stop off.
He's trying to ruin my reputation, but I would like to shout out to Pondo and
What reputation?
well, anyways, I would like to thank Pondo and please remind me, co-caster, please remind me of like what is your IGN again?
Ichi King.
Ichi. sorry, I was too
It's
focused
okay.
on spotting. I would like to thank Pondo and T3 King for casting today. They made it very enjoyable, and well, I will be honest, Pondo, as gay as he was, he made me laugh so much.
As gay as I was.
As gay as you were indeed.
It was funny.
Jesus.
It was funny, to be honest.
Yes, and I would like to thank Insanity for
Thank you.
lending us to the caster. Well,
Thank you.
I guess that's it. Thank you to everyone, and this is goodbye. Thank you.
See you in season 2.